One question that I did want to get to this week is a community-related one, and I do encourage you to ask us questions about the site of the community so we can reflect on some funny moments or history of the site for those newcomers who may be interested in the olden days. And I certainly go a fair way back in the community myself, as do you, Ben.
Yep.
Um, but sort of asking about a brief history of the site and how we came to be involved with it. I have discussed it before, and of course, it's going to then do a whole whole spiel about that. But basically, the NLSC was founded in 1996 by Tim Cherner, Lutz van Hasselt, and Brian Smith. If you go back to our 100th episode, I actually spoke to Tim, one of the original founders. He joined us for an interview on that show. Definitely recommend checking that out. It's also on our YouTube channel if you just want to check that out. Just that interview. He gave me the job in 2001 when he actually went to work for EA Sports on the NBA Live series. He asked me to take over if I'd be interested in taking over the site, and of course I was. I was running a site called the NBA Live domain that I created myself on GeoCities way back in the day.
Ah, the good old GeoCities.
Way back in the day, yeah, GeoCities. I'd originally found the NLSC via Alta Vista in 1997, not Google, Alta Vista, the search engine. It was the NBA Live Series Center at the time. We just go by NLSC these days because, of course, we're covering more than just NBA Live. And yeah, it became one of my favorite sites because I found, wow, my Michael Jordan in NBA Live 96 doesn't need to be a generic created player with no bio data. He can actually have draft information, and I can change all this other stuff and give him a date of birth. And yeah, I was just really drawn in by patching, and I was making my own patches, running my own site, the NBA Live domain, and getting involved in the community. And then I took over the NLSC in August of 2001. And I think I mentioned the 14th anniversary last year on the podcast as well. And yeah, so I've just been running it ever since, basically. And it was kind of the patching that got me into the scene, really, of the PC basketball gaming and the NLSC, and came to love the site and eventually came to run it. And I know, Ben, I hired you, so to speak,
Yep.
for all the money I pay you. You'd just been named, because you had been around the community for a while, but you'd been named or picked as a moderator over in the Fisher boards pretty much the same week that I said, hey, do you want to also join us as a patcher and moderator? So that's why I also kind of put you on at the same time as you were doing that, as I recall.
Yeah, that was like, I think within about 3 days of getting the offer from EA, which was, I think, around April 21st or 24th, between that period when in 2009 when I got asked. So yeah,
It's going back a bit now.
yeah. But I've been around the community since late 2002, just after Live 03 came out, or 2003, and yeah, how I sort of found out about the site was yeah, just started playing the PC version of Live 2003, and asked my mate, oh, is there a site? There should be a site where you can download like shoe patches and stuff like that. And my mate said there was.
There was.
Yeah. And yeah, he directed me to the NLSC, or NBA Live Series Center at the time. And yeah, I originally created an account as someone else, and I think for a couple of days I ran that account, and then I kind of must have said something that ticked off someone or something like that, and I was like changed the name or set up a new account.
Yep.
And yeah, I've stuck.
The truth comes out now.
Yeah. Well, I have mentioned it before. But yeah, it was But yeah, stuck with that. I mean, I've changed my name a couple of times, obviously. And yeah, continued to piss off a few people here and there, but and especially what was the other guy's sites?
.org, NBALive.org.
Yeah, those guys, and when I first started up, my site was something like Dragonware patches or something like that.
Oh, okay, yep.
And I started off with some clothing, like and accessories and jewelry and stuff like that for NBA Live 2003 and street mods and stuff that we used to do. Then Mickey, he started up fourthquarter.net.
Yep.
I became.
You were Dragon 4Q
yeah,
for a while.
That's that name still exists in terms of being my PSN name. So
that's right. Yeah,
I can't wait.
It actually came up in my Facebook memories when I posted posted the other day. It was the Dragon 4Q has purchased numerous weapons.
Yeah.
So should I be worried, Ben? It's just no, that's GTA 5. So
and yeah, so I mean, I'm kind of waiting for that moment when in PSN you'll be able to change your username, because I mean I'm kind of over that one.
Yep.
But I mean, it has history, so, and I kept it for a little while. Mickey ended up leaving the patching community site, and then so I ended up becoming the administrator for fourthquarter.net, and I think it was just after 2006. You and I had started talking about sort of merging a lot of content and stuff like that. So the communication between us had been going on for a little while, and then ultimately I got offered the moderator role for EA after I think just a couple of posts and stuff like that.
Yep.
And then you at the same time had asked me, and I was like, yeah, happy to take on both positions in that.
So joined up and released some work for us, and ultimately joined the podcast because we thought you were quitting.
Yeah, I was here for my own eulogy in that sense, and because I
brought you on board, and you've been co-host ever since. So
been hard to pretty much get rid of, except for a couple of weeks when I had a work schedule.
Yeah, then it was just Jasmine and I doing the duo. Yeah, I've podcasted with pretty much everybody on the site now. So everyone who's just gone on. We've had Leon on for a while, for a couple of episodes there. So no, and of course it's been great having you on the site and everything. And I'm we have had friction with former team members before, sadly in the past, kind of the way it goes online. But I've always thought we've had a pretty good group of contributors, and we do have a couple of former staff members who I still consider a part of the NLSC family. Leftos and Jasmine still hanging around, and always happy to see them, despite when they can drop. I say despite how busy they are, that they can still make time for us. That's awesome.
There's no friction thing there, so don't read it.
No friction there, except when the Pistons beat the Bulls or the Celtics beat the Bulls, and then they rub it in, which is their right, I suppose. I would do the same thing. Because how many times have we ribbed John about Blacktop?
Yeah.
So we bring it on ourselves. We absolutely understand that, John.